Hello and welcome to Tainted Grail Conquest. I'm Shadowcoast and welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the best strategies using the Summoner class in my opinion. So let's get to it and take on some monster encounters. We're going to head over. I've already cleared out this section without much of a problem. So we're going to come over here and take on a compelling battle. Let me see, what is this? Host of Evil. Here we go. Okay, so as a summoner, not surprisingly, our job is to summon enemies to help us. So basically, there are three main types of units that you can summon. The first is defensive, which is the golem. So he basically absorbs hits and then redirects them back at the enemy. The second type is Fae. This is what I call kind of a support character, and the Fae is really effective at helping us build up our Summoner perk, which allows us to effectively promote minions faster. The higher level the minion, the more damage they can absorb, the more they can heal, or the more damage they can deal. The second type is a damage dealer. We have the Worm, and then we also have the Abomination. Those are our damage dealers. The Worm is more effective at reducing armor, and then the Abomination deals some AoE damage. So we're going to go ahead and fight this battle. This is a new enemy type, Phase Shifter, that I have not encountered before. So we're going to play this because we don't want to have negative consequences. So here's a general strategy that I like to take if I can. I always try to put at least one barrier on me to keep me alive. Now I have a passive perk over here that allows me to heal by 5 every time I have a Fae at the end of the turn. So I'm going to summon a Fae, and then I am going to promote my defensive character, and we're going to activate you. So when we activate you, I'm starting to build my special, which will allow me to promote. So I like to save until 9 charges to get that full promotion unless I'm in dire need. So you can see he's absorbing it. We still get some damage. So this is my strategy. I like to put 1 to 2 barriers on me. I do like to have, you know, a damage dealer out. So we don't have a damage dealer out yet. I'm going to go ahead because it's going to be kind of a tougher fight. Activate another golem. And then I'm going to activate a minion here, the Fae, to start building charges. Now we can build charges when we attack by activating when we activate a minion's ability. So we have Disturbance, so we're going to go ahead and play that. Now, I like this one, but we don't have a lot of damage dealers on the field. We don't have any damage dealers on the field. So we're going to go ahead and play Abomination level 3. This is an upgraded card that I have, and we're going to activate it. So you can see the Abomination is basically AoE damage that's going to hit multiple enemies to deal it. And we're also building our level up ability, or special. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my existence card. If you can get existence, I highly recommend it. I put it on my tank to increase. I'm going to throw a... We're going to use this to activate 2 random abilities. We're going to go ahead and do some damage, and then we're going to fully upgrade, not fully upgrade, but full charge upgrade our Abomination. So you can see they have increased damage. Oh, I did not mean to do that at all. That was a tactical error. Use every card, every energy, and play as many cards as you can. I did not do that there. That was a mistake. We're going to go ahead and just keep outputting some damage as we go. That one hurt, so we're taking hits. We're going to go ahead and bring the Worm into the mix. And I'm going to just activate. Increase you. Now the Worm is good at reducing armor, so for this guy who has armor, that's annoying. we're gonna go ahead and see if we get lucky. Not quite what we were hoping for. So we're gonna use the minion so you can see the armor is being reduced, which is nice. We're gonna go ahead and promote our abomination. Now normally I would focus on promoting the worm because a lot of enemies do end up having armor, but we didn't need to do that. So let's take a recap. We're gonna take a look at our deck. So pick a new card with a level up. Whenever a minion activates, draw one card and gain one ultimate charge. Sacrifice a minion, stun all enemies. Uh, deal one hit for 250 damage. Whenever the minion activates, draw one card and gain one ultimate charge. I'm going to go ahead and pick this. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the deck that I've been working on for Summoner to talk about kind of general concepts here. So let's go ahead and look at our deck. Okay, so for our primary, call it, well, let's start with summoning cards. I recommend having several golem cards. So we kind of have, I don't know if it doesn't tell us how many of each that we have in the deck, but I think I have 2 golem, I think I have 2 fate, 2 worm, and 2 conjured abominations. Now, one of the things with the conjured abominations is that we can upgrade it. We can gain upgraded cards. So now we summon level 3 instead of a level 1 minion. So when you get options to get the upgraded summon higher tier minions, get them. That's your priority because you want basically all these to be level 3, so you're coming in with level 3 minions that are going to be able to take more damage and deal more damage. Sigils. Existence is the one that I like the best. If you get it, it's a free buff. You put it on your tank. So if you get this option, pick it. I personally like Power Up because you can increase the damage to take out enemies if and when you need to. And then Whispering in the Wind, that was like, we'll see how this card kind of works. Conceptually, it's good, but, if I could, I would have gotten another Existence or something like that. Spells. Actually, I take that back. We only have one of each of these because we have multiple cards here that it outlines. Um, activation. Whenever you get a 0 activation for your ability, pick it up. This is probably the go-to card. You want to activate as much as possible. It does build your bonus. All right. Ritual. This one is also important. I recommend having 3 in here. I don't know if you need 4 because it's going to pop up enough between these two. Basically, between these two, you're going to want to have 4, and you're going to want more of this 0 activation if possible, and you can carry them over, right? For the 0 cards, if you don't play them, they carry over to your next turn, which is really helpful. Barrier, I recommend having a barrier. I would not go lower than 2. This just helps you remove or maintain your health, so adds barriers to absorb it. Promotions are important, so I would have 1 or 2 of these in here. I personally recommend Blood Rush. So you're going to want at least 1 of these, maybe 2, depending on how many cards you have total from that standpoint. I do like Volatile Magic. It is kind of random, and sometimes it triggers on the same unit. So like if you have a fully healed Golem and it triggers on the Golem twice, it's kind of a waste of time. So I would replace Volatile Magic with Blood Rush, even though it's more, because then I kind of know exactly what's going to happen. Druid's Curse, I picked this up because it was a good card. I like this card for enemies that have a lot of armor, and then you basically can reduce their armor and damage. And then for this one, I normally play this one and then use my abominations just to do those AoE damage. Neutral cards you're going to pick up, you will have some legendary cards. So we have All Mother's Blessing. Basically, this is a legendary card that allows us to have charges to create a 100 barrier. If and when you get this card, save it for major fights. So let's go ahead and take on one more battle because I'm having a lot of fun.
You find it. You
Open the
feel a
chest.
shock. After a while,
Oh
you
man,
can't recall.
We just lost the damage, but we got 250 gold. Let's go ahead and run over here. This looks like a pretty intense fight, and try to reinforce the concepts we just talked about. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take out the healer. Alright, so we have our abomination, which I like. We're gonna go ahead and play the card. Hold on. So I do want to play existence, right? We're gonna take that one so we're not infested. We're gonna go ahead and then we're going to just deal some AoE damage. We want to take out the healer first. I normally focus on healers and summoners. Alright, so it's gonna charge our ultimate. We're gonna bring in a Fae because we can do some healing here. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Alright, so you can see there, it just activated the same guy twice. So in that case, we're fine with it, because we want to keep him alive. We get free updated damage. Now, we can talk about bonuses here, or passive effects, which I'll do right now, I guess. So, bonuses are, you know, dependent on your playstyle. I recommend having Healing Touch, because that'll kind of heal us up, which we'll see here in a minute. I really like Benevolence. Whenever a golem is activated, reduce the energy cost of a random card in your hand by 1. So that's why these are now 0, because he activated twice, and we can now put a barrier on him. So it's a pretty good card. We're gonna upgrade our damage dealer here, and we're gonna save, or not save, but you know, waste an energy. Sigils, you can decide on what you like, but I recommend having them. I'm gonna put a golem into the play because we just want one there, and should have activated Blood Rush, but we didn't. Can reduce their armor, activate the minion to just do the extra damage we need them. Oh, nope. Let's finish it off. Alright, so let me see if we can actually open up passives. Because I think it's tough to like talk about something if you don't know what the alternative options are. Character panel. Passives. Okay, so we can just see the passives we have. Unlimited growth, no level limits on minion promotion, but after every received hit, they damage their master for every level they have. So, something to think about. If you start a turn with no minions, draw a random summon card. So I think these are, I don't think I picked these, I think these are just there. You can pick your bonus at the beginning. So Prime Stone, when you start as summoner, you can say, what do I start with, right? Like a worm, abomination, I think Fae, or golem. I recommend golem for defensive absorption. We picked a few Furious Angers because I want to increase my damage. Benevolence we talked about. I really like Benevolence. If you get that option, I recommend getting it based off the way I play. Rewarded Restraint. If you play 2 or less cards in a turn, your next gain 100%. I'm not like too hot on this one. It was just the best of some worst. I do like Healing Touch. I recommend that. And then I did upgrade my Word Candles, which is independent. So keep an eye on these. We will get masteries, summoner, you can see there. But yeah, so that's the video on the summoner. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did go on to enjoy this video, please consider dropping it a thumbs up. And I am actively trying to grow my channel. So if you want to support the channel, please, please subscribe. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.